All right, let's talk about AI in healthcare. We hear all these promises, right? Revolutionary tools, better outcomes. But what if I told you that most of these brilliant, expensive tools are actually failing? Today, we're going to dig into why. And more importantly, we're going to break down a practical framework to actually get it right. So let's dive in. I want you to just picture this scene for a second. This isn't some tech glitch or server crash. No, the technology is doing its job perfectly. The failure here, it's a human one. That nurse isn't being negligent. She's ignoring the alert because the system, this brilliant new tool, was never really built for her world. And look, that single moment in the ER, that's just a tiny symptom of a much, much bigger issue. We are talking about a systemic, billion-dollar problem that, believe it or not, has very little to do with the technology itself. Okay, get ready for this number, 80%. That's how many healthcare AI projects never even make it out of the pilot phase. They look amazing in a controlled environment, but they just fizzle out on the hospital floor. And you know, this isn't even just an AI thing. Historically, a staggering 70% of all major change projects in healthcare fail to hit their goals. You see the pattern here, right? It's a really, really expensive one. So here's what it all boils down to. We have been pouring all of our energy into perfecting the algorithms, but we've completely forgotten about the most complex system of all, the human beings who are supposed to use them. This is a behavioral change challenge, plain and simple. But here's the good news. This is a solvable problem. What's needed? What's really needed is a clear roadmap, a structured framework designed specifically to navigate the human side of this technological revolution. And here it is. This is the roadmap. Think of it as a 5-phase journey that takes you all the way from just a spark of an idea to making sure that change actually sticks around for the long haul. It's super logical, and we're going to walk through it step by step. All right, so let's start right at the beginning with those first 2 phases. Before you even think about installing a single piece of software, you have to lay the groundwork. This is all about getting the vision crystal clear and, maybe more importantly, getting people to actually buy into it. Phase 1, make it clear, is all about that one fundamental question. Why? Why are we doing this? And let me tell you, an answer like to improve efficiency is just not going to cut it. The vision has to connect to something real, something that makes a doctor's or nurse's incredibly tough day just a little bit better. Stanford Medicine is a perfect example of this. I mean, they just nailed it. They didn't lead with the fancy tech, they led with a massive, universal pain point, burnout. Their message was basically, hey, we're bringing in AI to get rid of all that awful paperwork so you can go back to doing what you love, being a doctor. Now that is a why people can rally behind. So once you've got your why, you move into phase 2, make it known. And here's the trick. A great vision isn't one size fits all. A hospital is like its own little city, right? What gets an executive excited is totally different from what keeps a frontline clinician up at night. I mean, think about it. Executives, they're looking at the ROI. Clinicians, they're worried about their workflow, their job security. And patients, they're worried about privacy and losing that human touch. You've got to speak their language, you know? Address their specific hopes and, yeah, their fears too. And listen, this buy-in, it does not happen overnight. You can't just drop an email a week before you flip the switch and expect everyone to be on board. It's a journey. You start way out, maybe 18 months, just building awareness. Then you help people see what it means for them. And slowly, you guide them from just accepting it to feeling a real sense of ownership by the time you launch. Okay, so we've got a clear vision. We're building our coalition. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road. We have to turn that beautiful plan into a reality on the ground. These next 3 phases are all about making it happen. First, you make it real. Don't try to do everything at once. Start small with pilots and get obsessed with how this tool actually fits into the day-to-day workflow. Next, make it happen. This is your risk management phase. Think through everything that could go wrong. And finally, and this might be the most important part, you make it stick. This isn't a one-off training session. No, this is about weaving the AI into the very fabric of how things are done, making it the new normal. And I mean, the difference between doing it right and doing it wrong is just night and day. When you get it right, you've got collaboration, tailored communication, constant feedback. But when you get it wrong, all you get are vague emails, a rollout nobody asked for, and a whole lot of frustration, and ultimately a tool that just gathers digital dust. So, as we start to wrap this up, let's circle right back to where we started. The most sophisticated algorithm in the world is useless without a human algorithm for success to go with it. Remember our nurse from the beginning? Let's imagine her again, but this time it's different. She sees that alert. She trusts it because she was part of the process. She knows exactly what to do next. The AI isn't another annoying alarm. It's a partner that helps her do what she does best, save lives. That is what success really looks like. And you know, this powerful 5-phase framework we've walked through, it was developed by Dr. El-Mustafa Bouadane, who, get this, has both an MD and an MBA, so he really understands both sides of this. If you want to go deeper on this topic, and honestly you should, find him on LinkedIn. I seriously recommend it. So it all comes down to this. The AI revolution in healthcare isn't an if, it's a when. The technology is already here. So the real question for you is this. Is your organization going to have the foresight to manage the human side of this and lead the transformation? Or are you going to be left scrambling to catch up?